Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Misha Tadru Dutt presenting match number 38 between SESA Football Academy and Sporting Clube de Goa in the Selvel Goa Professional League today. And we see a very intimate SESA Football Academy team playing against long-time rivals Sporting Clube de Goa. Both teams known very much for their academy structure. This is gonna be an exciting encounter of young talent.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another day of the Selvel Goa Professional League, the 2020-21 series here at Duler Stadium. Today is a big day for SESA Football Academy as they will clash on a big team, a big whale in the sea. That's none other than Sporting Clube de Goa. And I have with me the assistant coach of SESA Football Academy, João. First of all, we have seen that SESA has not been seeing those winning waves right from the initial start with just one. So how do you think that that momentum will change today and you all will go home with 3 points on a winning note?
Yes, definitely. Every time we come here to play, we come in the winning mentality. As today also, our boys are quite motivated. We look forward. We know that the opponents are big, but definitely our boys are going to put good show, and they'll be there in the game.
You said you're going to project a good show and there'll be a good game to see. So that this game goes much more interesting for the viewers, are there many key changes that you have kept in mind to win against Sporting?
Yeah, definitely. What we were doing is we have learned from the past 4 games that our young players are not enough to push ourselves as a unit, as a one team. So we have starting with the experienced players today. So we will will be stronger side today because we have all the senior players starting today. So that is our main objective of this game.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll see you in the post-match. Well, that's all we have from the SESA Football Academy side. We'll go to the other side to what Sporting has to say as they take on SESA Football Academy here at Duler Stadium.
Only time will tell whether the words of Joao Rebelo comes true, because they have made 5 changes to this team, SESA Football Academy. As they said, they have experience in their ranks today with Minesh Kunkolkar coming in, Suraj, Myron Pereira, Sridhar Naidu, Sapam Singh retains his position as goalkeeper, Myron Borges, Shajam also comes into the team, Kayetan Fernandez, Akash Kundekar, Rizban Fernandez makes an appearance today, and captained by Dominic Roy Suarez and coached by Charles Ador Dias. And there is the team of the moment, the team to beat. 4 out of 4 so far for Sporting Clube de Goa. Boy, have they been a revelation in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. They were joint winners last time, but they are on their way right now to becoming sole champions.
Yes, after speaking to SESA Football Academy, I'm come on the other side to see what Sporting has to say as they take on SESA Football Academy here in the Duler Stadium. Coach, we have seen that Sporting Clube de Goa on their winning wave out there. So do you think this winning momentum will continue today as well?
Yes, sure. It's going to continue today also. Boys are eager to play. They are doing hard work. We want 3 points. The boys knows about it.
You said you won the 3 points. The 3 points can take you on top of the table. So what is the plan that you have kept in mind to make sure you climb up the ladder, staying on top?
See, we are fighting from the day one. The winning spirit is still on. I told the boys not to be overconfident. They have to work 100%, and we have to take 3 points so that we stay there on the top.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll see you in the post-match. Well, that's all we have in the pre-match interaction here at Duler Stadium. Now enjoy this big kickoff between SESA Football Academy and Sporting Clube de Goa. The kickoff in next couple of minutes.
Always a joy to hear Francisco Savio Vaz, a full-strength Sporting Clube de Goa side put out there to play SESA Football Academy. It starts with Ozan Silva as goalkeeper, Myron Fernandez, Alton Vaz, Kunal Kundaikar back in the team, Alan Pixoto, Marcus Mascarenas, Gaurav Kankonkar, Gautam Dias, Philip Adogwu, Rohit Totad, and Assumption Raymond Suarez, coached by that man you just heard, Francisco Savio Vaz. It's a battle of the top versus the bottom. Sporting Club de Goa will go to the top with the win. 5 out of 5 they win this, and SESA Football Academy with just 1 point out of 4. It is going to be an absolute David versus Goliath battle as we talk about it. SESA Football Academy will be really looking to turn the tables on Sporting Club de Goa, and so will be the hopes of Selgaukar and Vasco Sports Club. Selgaukar currently on top with 13 points, but Sporting Club de Goa will eclipse them if they win this game today and take a 2-point lead at the top of the table. And that is a very crucial encounter as we talk about it. Almost ready as we talk. The referees just doing their final checks at the touchline. And here we go. The referees lead the two teams out onto the field today. Sporting Club de Goa in their famous orange, and SESA Football Academy in the well-known white jerseys, as we call it. Both these teams not unknown to each other, but they know the importance of this fixture. It goes beyond the Selvel Goa Professional League table. Sporting Club de Goa coming off a very comprehensive win against Welsau Sports and Cultural Club. Boy, have they been really unstoppable in this Selvel Goa Professional League so far. The referees for today: Sunil Nanodkar, Keshav Kaskar, Praveen Naik, and fourth official Prasad Surlakar. As you can see on your screen, the match commissioner for today, Jayendra Nagwinkar. The final team photos for both the teams: Sporting Club de Goa and SESA Football Academy in their final huddle. There you see SESA Football Academy narrowly losing to Churchill Brothers in the last game. Just couldn't get enough, which could see them over the line against the Red Machines. Churchill Brothers scoring a fantastic goal through 3 Joy Dice, beating SESA Football Academy 1-0. They have to be more creative in the attacking third, SESA Football Academy, if they really want to trouble this defense of Sporting Club de Goa, because as we know, the Flaming Orange have almost been non-penetrable at the back, with the likes of Kunal back in the ranks today to pair up with Alton Vaz. It's gonna be an even more difficult task, and the captain Dominic Roy Soares there, he has a very difficult task on his hands to lead this team against Sporting Club de Goa. But as you heard, the assistant coach of SESA Football Academy, they have changed up things this game. They've made 5 changes. They've brought in more experience in today's game. Charles Dice there, and they will be looking to upset the odds over here. Sapam Singh, who was brilliant against Churchill Brothers, definitely kept the goal scoring to 1 goal for Churchill. And there you see the Sporting Club de Goa coach. A joy to hear from him always. The confidence he oozes transcends onto his team. Francisco Savio Vaz. The referee blows the whistle, and this is SESA Football Academy who starts proceedings. Dominic fighting with Marcus Mascarenhas. And the name we just took, Marcus Mascarenhas. Boy, he's been in tremendous form. He's been so influential in that attacking third. Look at that control from Marcus Mascarenhas. Dominic heads it to Kaiten. Kaiten volleys it onto the left hand side to Minesh. Minesh with a beautiful ball. Looking for Maran Borges, who was a very frustrated figure against Churchill Brothers. He will be hoping that the scene kind of changes in this game. You can see SESA Football Academy have come out with a lot of intent and vigor. But there's that pressing from Marcus Mascarenhas and Philip Adogwu. Early control here for SESA Football Academy, but Sporting Club de Goa have never really been bothered by possession for the other team, because they know they are very organized at the back and they hit teams when they hit their stride. They are a very difficult unit to stop. Sporting Club de Goa play very direct football, but this is the free kick from Kaiten Fernandez early on, which is slightly long and cannot be kept in by Shujam, and has gone out for a goal kick. Ozan Silva has also been very impressive under the bar. Philip Odogwu scoring 2 in 2 for Sporting Club de Goa. This is his third match in the Selvel Goa Professional League this year. He will be looking to continue his goal scoring streak. As a result of which he'll also be hoping Sporting Club de Goa continue their winning streak. This is Gautam Dice. Referee just instructs Sporting to take the ball behind and take the free kick, and Kunal's free kick. This is Assumption Soares. Easily headed out by Suraj. Had a good outing against Churchill Brothers Suraj, but he has a difficult task on his hands, marking Philip Odogwu. He's a very difficult man to manage. Assumption Soares' throw, and the flick on did come in, but the referee has blown his whistle for a foul by Marcus Mascarenhas. We can see Sporting Club de Goa players wearing a black armband in all the matches that they have played. They are paying tribute to the late Peter Vaz, who passed away last year. The chief patron of the team, who's done so much for Sporting Club de Goa, Peter Vaz. But Sporting Club de Goa have not stayed down. Natty Vaz, the wife of Peter Vaz, taking over the reins and conducting and getting this team together. And boy, what a team it has been put out there in the Selvel Goa Professional League. What a tribute it will be to that great man Peter Vaz. Marcus Mascarenas just talking to the referee because Dominic Roy Suarez went in very hard into him. The importance of Marcus Mascarenas cannot be stressed enough in this Sporting Club team. This is Gaurav Kankonkar. As calm and cool as a cucumber, Gaurav Kankonkar in that midfield area for Sporting Club de Goa. Look at that ball from Myron. This is Rohit Totad going on his mazy runs. Rohit Totad. Sesa do well. They're doing a good job right now, and guess what? There is confusion in the SESA Football Academy box. Any guesses who the goal scorer is? It is Marcus Mascarenas, who has opened the scoring in the 6th minute of the match. Rohit Totad, then Gaurav gives in the cross. Phillips miscue luckily falls to Marcus Mascarenas. Not surprisingly, as we expected, Sporting Club de Goa are up 1-0 in the 6th minute of this match. A long afternoon in the offering for SESA Football Academy. The defenders all looking haplessly at each other, not knowing who to blame in that scenario. As we know, Sporting Club de Goa have not conceded a single goal yet. And you can see why, because just when the ball goes over the head of Alton Vaz and Kunal Kundaikar, that man, Ozan Silva, comes out and collects it confidently. That's Alan Pixoto playing it back to Gautam Dice, being stripped off the ball. This is Kayetan, who's won the foul for SESA Football Academy. This is a long ball forward, again brilliant reading of the game from Alton Vaz. We've seen this throughout the league. In defense, every time a team is threatening an attack, Alton Vaz, the number of times he's intercepted that final pass, his game reading is extremely commendable. Alton Vaz, the captain of Sporting Club de Goa. But here's Assumption Suarez is throwing. Looking for Philip. The header comes in again looking for Philip. It's cleared off eventually. And then that man Alton Vaz with the long clearance, which goes beyond Marcus Mascarenas and Sapam Singh for a goal kick. Sapam Singh, who was absolutely sensational in the last match, in a losing cause though, had absolutely nothing to do in that first goal for Sporting Club de Goa. Marcus Mascarenas will not score an easier goal than what he did in the 6th minute of this match. SESA Football Academy have not looked like an organized unit in this year's league. Here's Alton just kicking out. Risbon there is the one who's fouled. The referee just warning Alton Vaz. There's not much malice in it, but we'll see it here. Trying to get that ball, but just kicking out at Risbon. The long ball coming in. This is a chance! Myron Borges tried to hit it first time on that volley. This is Minish taking the free kick. Puts it in and then the header comes in. And then Myron Borges did have space to volley that and trouble Ozin Silva, but he sliced it wide. And Ozin Silva gratefully will take this goal kick. Ozin puts it out for a throw-in for SESA Football Academy. Kunal winning the throw. Or has it been given as a retake? Yes, it has been given as a retake by the referee. Suraj. This is Myron Pereira. Putting himself under unnecessary pressure there. Aminesh is the culprit, but he wins the free kick. Is Myron to Suraj. Suraj goes long. Looking for Rizbin again. That's put down by Sridhar. This is Myron Borges. Akash back to Suraj. This is Sapam Singh. Myron leaves it for Minesh. Minesh has lost the ball and this is Philip again. Rohit Totad skips past the first challenge, skips past the second challenge. This is brilliant from Rohit Totad. But in the end, clearance from Myron Pereira. The header from Myron Fernandez for Sporting has gone out for a throw-in for SESA. You see that brilliant piece of skill from Rohit Totad, going past the two defenders as if they were not present there. Just the final ball missing from Rohit. Myron Borges against Myron Fernandez. It's Myron versus Myron. Myron Fernandez is the one who wins that battle. Dominic cannot keep that under control. This is Gautam Dias. Sapam Singh will clear that, but it has gone straight to Gaurav Kankonkar. Gautam Dias. Marcus gets that. This is Gaurav. This time Gaurav is fouled by Myron Pereira. Referee played the initial advantage on Marcus Mascarenhas, but then the foul on Gaurav Kankonkar. There will be a queue behind this ball as to who's going to take that free kick. Marcus Mascarenhas, Gaurav Kankonkar, Gautam Dias and Assumption Raymond Suarez all standing over the ball. It'll be interesting to see who ends up kicking this. All four very capable of scoring a goal from this range. Sapam Singh has set up a 4-man wall. Now Myron and Gautam Dias have left, leaving Assumption and Gaurav Kankonkar over the ball. This is Assumption. Suarez! It has gone wide of Sapam Singh's goal, courtesy a deflection from the wall. We all know what a brilliant left foot he's got, Assumption Suarez. We'll see the free kick again. There you see that deflection, otherwise it was well on target. Assumption heads over to take this corner kick. Assumption with the corner kick in, and it's headed out. Marcus Risbon heads it out. And this is Sporting Club de Goa again. Rohit Totad dribbling his way. Look at that close control. Rohit Totad slices that shot. And this is Shajam. Shajam has put it through for Myron Borges. Myron's shot has gone out for a goal kick, and you can see the frustration on Myron Borges' face. He absolutely bangs his hands on the ground, frustrated with himself that he couldn't get that shot off. Ozen Silva takes the goal kick again. Suraj this time fouling Marcus Mascarenhas. With SESA Football Academy are a threat on the counter. They've had a few spaces to work with in the opening 16 minutes, but not really making use of it and troubling Ozen Silva. This is Shajam again on the left wing. Plays it back to Manish. This is Myron. Sapam Singh calmly plays it up, but straight to Kunal Kundaikar, who puts it down for Gautam Dice, and then in the end cleared off by Alton Vaz. The referee will just bounce the ball because it hit him according to the new rules. He bounces and gives it to the team that was in possession. Kaitan Fernandez with the long ball. This is Shajam, beautifully put in, but straight to Ozen Silva, too close to Ozen. This is Gautam Dice to Gaurav Kankonkar, to Assumption. Assumption picks it up, looking for Philip Adogwu in a battle with Suraj. This is Alan Pixoto. Gautam in a battle with two, keeps it well. This is Marcus Mascarenhas. Everything going Sporting's way. The deflections also falling to them. Gautam Dice is stripped off the ball there by Kaitan. This is Dominic. Dominic looking for Myron Borges, but again, look at that defending from Alton Vaz. There's a reason why he's the captain. He's leading from the back. Quite an oxymoron over there, leading from the back. But quite an apt term to use for Alton Vaz. He's really been a cool customer for Sporting Club de Goa. Myron Pereira puts that out for a Sporting throw-in. This is Myron Fernandez now. Myron's throw-in and headed out by Minesh. Gaurav gets it under control. This is Gautam Dice. Assumption Suarez gives it away. This is Kaitan. Dominic. Dominic's long ball being chased down, but Kunal Kundaikar is there, putting it out for a SESA Football Academy throw-in. This is Dominic Roy. Good skill from the man, Minesh, to Shajam. But it has been given out for a corner. Myron Fernandez not really complaining. Shajam was the man who was going to take that cross, but it's been put out by Myron Fernandez. Quickly taken by Sridhar. This is Shajam, and then straight to Wazan Silva, as has been the story for SESA Football Academy. They've hardly been a threat going up as an attacking unit. They've lacked the creativity up front, looking for those aimless long balls forward. But more often than not, it has landed like it did in the goalkeeper's hands. Whereas Sporting Clube de Goa have been very, very effective both in defense and in attack. Sometimes we've seen Sporting lacking some creativity in attack. They have got the goal, but you've not really seen them build a very, very attractive move in this match yet. But we all know what Sporting Clube de Goa are capable of, because they just hold themselves together. They press the breath out of the other team, and when the other team is out of breath, they really hit them hard when it really matters. This is Myron Fernandez's cross, and there you see that opportunity. You see that quality from Marcus Mascarenhas and Myron Fernandez. Almost getting it from behind him, Marcus Mascarenhas. We'll see that again. Rohit Totads lays it back for Myron Fernandez's cross. Has been volleyed very nicely by Marcus. Sapam Singh gets down to his right and brings out the save. And Alton Vaz again coming out to clear that ball for a throw in for SESA. Shajam plays it to Minesh. Minesh's ball in, and Alton Vaz's header straight to Dominic Roy. And Alton not really hearing the call of his goalkeeper, puts it out for a throw in. This is Shajam. But Myron Fernandez does well to shield the ball off, and it has gone out for another Wazan Silva goal kick. Ozin takes it long. The header comes in from Cayetan Fernandez, and the defensive header comes from Alton, which falls to Gautam Dice. And Gautam Dice's ball to Marcus Mascarenhas in space down the right hand side. Marcus crosses it slightly long. This is Alan Pixodo trying to pick up the spoils, but this has fallen to Assumption Roy Soares. And Gaurav's ball falls straight into the hands of Sapam Singh. This is Suraj. Plays long, but a towering header from Kunal Kundaikar. Good control from Myron Borges. Plays it nicely. Sridhar there. Good work from Sridhar. Turns out nicely. This is Dominic. To Minesh. Dominic again. Myron. Myron with a beautifully played long ball. This is Shajam, but he is in an offside position according to the assistant referee. Clearly a yard or two offside Shajam there. This is Marcus Mascarenhas, cannot keep it in. Goes out for a Sapam Singh goal kick. Dominic Roy plays it nicely to his teammate, but he cannot get it under control. Risbon. Philip. Gotham. Plays it down the right hand side. Myron Fernandez. And Minesh wins the foul against Myron Fernandez. Myron just holding up play, allowing his teammates to get back into position. But we have a SESA Football Academy player down on the ground. I think that's Myron Pereira. Yes, it is Myron. Dominic just opening his boots for him. If he's not able to continue, it's a big blow for SESA Football Academy, because he's one of the mainstays at the back for SESA Football Academy. But he seems to be fine and looks good to continue. Just walking off Myron. Still a little limp in his walk. SESA Football Academy will be hoping that he gets back onto the field. This is Kaitan. And beautiful. Look at that pressing. 4 people converging on Kaitan and Shajam. And then this is Marcus. Plays in Rohit on the right hand side. Marcus again. Myron Fernandez. Gaurav. Beautiful from Sporting Clube de Goa. It's always such a pleasure to watch the movement of Marcus Mascarenhas. He's up for the header there again. This is Gaurav Kankonkar. Gaurav twisting and turning, shielding the ball off. Still keeping possession, playing the safety pass to Kunal. Assumptions ball, looking for Marcus. Evades him, and then Rohit gets onto the end of it, but cleared off by the defense. This is Rohit again. He cannot keep it in. And it goes out for a goal kick for SESA Football Academy. Sapam Singh takes the long goal kick. And Kunal's header. Straight to Marcus Mascarenhas. This is Philippa Dogvu. Bit well done by Suraj. Kaitan does well. Dominic just losing out there. This could be dangerous. Marcus Mascarenhas. And then Gautam Dice's shot has been sent to the stands as the referee blows his whistle for the cooling break. Marcus Mascarenhas' goal separates the top from the bottom. At the moment, 30 minutes played at the Duler Stadium. Sporting Clube de Goa are 1-0 up. and they will be hoping to score a few more along the course of this match to get their goal difference on the higher side. Sporting Clube de Goa have two very important games, or rather 3 important games coming up for them. Sporting play Selvel Football Club, FC Goa and Dempo Sports Club after these matches. All 3 matches almost like title deciders in the Selvel Goa Professional League. But before they head into that match, they will be really hoping to continue their winning streak and log in all 3 points here. Move on to 15 points from 5. So far so good for Francisco Vaz's men. A very professional performance so far again. Ozin Silva has hardly been troubled on goal. This is Marcus Mascarenas. Gaurav Kankonkar again, brilliant skill to go past Dominic Soares. Plays it wide to Alan Pixoto. A change being made. Alan Pixoto being taken off. Only the 32nd minute into the game. Alan Pixoto goes off and Sachidanand Satelkar comes in. We wonder what the reason behind that is. We've seen the Salgalkar coach Levino Anthony Pereira do this quite a few times in this year's league. Always gets on Stephen Satarkar around that time, but Stephen started in the last game. But now we can see Francisco Savio Vaz doing around the same thing. Alan Pixoto taken off in the 32nd minute of the game for Sachidanand Satelkar. Maybe he didn't see enough from Alan Pixoto in the attacking end, and Sachidanand, we know what he's capable of in that attacking third. He also adds and gives more width to this team with his positioning, Sachidanand. He scored his goal in the last game also against Welsau Sports and Cultural Club. Sachidanand, beautiful run in from the left hand side and poking it through Presley Mascarenas' legs. We'll see what he can do in the next hour or so. This is Sachidanand again being fouled. Gautam dies. Assumption again standing over the ball, looking to take this free kick. Assumption Raymond Soares, a set piece specialist for Sporting Clube de Goa. Another quality ball into the box, and the header goes wide of goal from Philip Adogbu. No trouble for the goalkeeper Sapam Singh. It really has been all Sporting Clube de Goa, but apart from that goal, they haven't really threatened Sapam Singh or tested him. Dominic Roy Suarez trying to kick that outside off Philip, but it's gone out for a Sporting throw-in, which has been taken, and Marcus cannot get that under control, and Sapam Singh collects it and releases Akash down the right hand side. This is Kaitan Fernandez, who's been stripped of the ball again, got by Dodm Dias. This is Philip Adogwu. This is Gaurav Kankonkar with the shot, but straight to Sapam Singh. But did you notice what Marcus Mascarenhas' movement was like? Look at this again. Philip plays it to Gaurav Kankonkar, and as the shot comes in, Marcus Mascarenhas is right on top of Sapam Singh, hoping that he will commit a mistake, while all the other defenders have already started walking towards an attacking position. That is exactly what a good forward does. Right place at the right time, looking for opportunities, looking to make opportunities for himself. In the meantime, this is again Rohit Totad. Look at this from Rohit. He's gone past 5 players over there in that defensive half. A heavy touch leads to his demise, and it has come into SESA Football Academy possession, but Rohit Totad, he's been absolutely magnificent on that right hand side for Sporting. We just keep taking names of these Sporting players and how good they have been. They've been a fantastic team unit, Sporting Clube de Goa. Just an overall team effort it has been so far in the Selvel Goa Professional League. Very professional in their approach. They know that they are really playing for a higher power in the name of Peter Vaz, who really gave them a platform to shine. But here comes SESA Football Academy, again breaking down that defense of Sporting Clube de Goa. Right now seems almost impossible for the men in white. They've hardly threatened this orange brigade. This is Minesh, Kaitan, Suraj. Suraj goes long, as often we see that from him. Looking for Shajam. Shajam gets it under control against Myron Fernandez. And the ball comes in, but again straight to Ozin Silva. Look at that tracking this time from Rohit Totad. Marcus Mascarenhas loses the ball out, but I wonder what's happened, because there is a player down, and that is Rohit Totad, who's down, clutching his toe. But he seems to be fine, and then play will resume with Sporting Clube de Goa taking the throw-in. Marcus instructing his players to give the ball back to SESA Football Academy. Gaurav does as he has been instructed, and it has gone out for a goal kick, and Sapam Singh will start proceedings again right from the back for SESA Football Academy. This is Akash. Plays it square to Suraj. Dominic. Sapam Singh again. Myron. Myron plays it to Minesh. Minesh plays it back to Myron. There's that press again from Philip Odogwu. And then the header from the clearance of Myron by Alton Vaz. It has stayed in, luckily enough for SESA Football Academy, and then Sapam Singh's clearance. Goes out for a throw and Myron Fernandez to take it. They have been so impressive in pressing down defenses, Sporting Club de Goa. They know just when to press. They all press together. That is the essence of pressing football. That the defense is really in a situation where they have to clear the ball, and that's what's happening right now with SESA Football Academy. Look at this again. Marcus Mascarenhas is pressing Cayetan Fernandez. This is Cayetan again with the movement, and there's Gautam Dias and Philip Odogwu winning the ball back yet again. Wish we could keep a track of the number of times that a team playing from the back or trying to play from the back has been snatched off the ball by Sporting Club de Goa. Always pressing with two men in that midfield region, Gaurav Kankonkar and Gautam Dias, walking in tandem with each other in that midfield region, and so does Marcus Mascarenhas and Philip Odogwu in that forward line. Not a second's rest for these defenders from SESA Football Academy. But here come Myron Fernandez's corner. It's a long one, and Alton Vaz flicks it on for Gaurav Kankonkar. Gaurav's left-footed cross in. This is a free header. Marcus Mascarenhas was the man there. This is still Philip Odogwu trying to turn it. And then Kunal Kundaikar's shot. It's still a scramble in there. Marcus Mascarenhas! The whistle has gone and it won't count. But what a finish that was from Marcus Mascarenhas, who is all smiles. We'll see what exactly happened there. They see Philip trying to get it under control and then flicks it to Kunal. It was actually Sachidanand who's probably brought those two defenders down. But look at that finish from Marcus Mascarenhas. Left no chance for the likes of Sapam Singh, but it won't be counted as his compatriot Sachidanand fouled the likes of Myron Pereira just before that. Myron is again on the ground. There is some attention which is being given by the physio to him, and Marcus just having a word in the meantime with Gautam Dias and his fellow players, talking about his movement and how they should be reading it. Marcus Mascarenhas his movement is something to really watch out for. We call it footballing intelligence, and Marcus Mascarenhas has proved that he's a 10 on 10 when it comes to footballing intelligence. So far so good for him and Sporting Club de Goa. His goal is the difference. As we come towards the end of this half, and like I say, almost in every game, how many times have we seen teams lose concentration at this stage of the game? Sporting will do well not to repeat the mistakes. This is Minesh. Minesh's good ball in. That is a chance, but the assistant referee's flag did go up in the end, and it has been flagged offside, so it wouldn't have counted even if it was put at the back of the net. This Philip Odogwu lays it off from Marcus. This is Marcus Mascarenhas. Assumption. Gautam Dias. Gautam Dias' shot. That's a good shot and has gone just wide of goal. Although Sapam Singh may have just covered that, but this is a very good attempt Gautam Dias looking around for his surroundings, sees no one, takes that shot on. Not far away from opening his account in the Selvel Goa Professional League, Gautam Dias. The referee has given 4 minutes of extra time. Ozan Silva collects that easily. This is Alton Vaz. Gaurav Kankonkar plays it wide to Myron Fernandez. Gaurav again. Gaurav is fouled, but the referee doesn't really think so, and this is Dominic Soares. He has Shajam on his left hand side. He plays it to Shajam. The left footed cross from Shajam, easily dealt again by Alton Vaz. Marcus Mascarenhas lobs it beautifully for Philip Adogwu with some space on his right. Philip Adogwu driving in, playing it wide to Rohit. And then good defending in the end from Minesh. Myron will take this throw in for Sporting. Myron's throw, and then Suraj. And gets that foul, and then this is quickly taken by SESA Football Academy. They will be looking to get back into this game before halftime, but it is not going to be an easy job, especially if you play passes forward like that, because Ozan Silva will deal with that all day long. This is Alton Vaz. Alton plays it long, looking for Philip, but again a poor clearance from Myron. Has been brought down by Philip. Philip Adogwu! You can see Suraj almost complaining to Myron Pereira. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? And then Philip, there you see Suraj just asking his defensive partner, why? Why do we have to be so clumsy? And then assumption, Suarez's corner, and the header somehow put out by SESA Football Academy defenders. Kunal Kondaiker, very strong, very physical. Too strong in the end for Sridhar, but Sridhar does win the foul from the referee. This is Akash who's going to take this free kick. Plays it to the middle to Kayetan Fernandez. Kayetan moving forward. Kayetan Fernandez has come to SESA Football Academy from Sporting Clube de Goa. He will be looking to prove something against his former employers. This is Marcus Mascarenhas. Doesn't really attempt to keep that ball in because it has gone out for a Sporting throw-in. You can see Marcus always so calm. He just keeps on doing his job, keeps moving around. Very clean in the way he goes about his game. Continuously talks to his teammates. And his teammates know that if they can provide the ball to Marcus Mascarenhas, he will score like he always does, because it is his goal which is the difference at the end of this first half for Sporting Clube de Goa against SESA Football Academy. As the Flaming Orange walk back into the dugout, it has been all Sporting Clube de Goa in this half. SESA Football Academy just mere spectators, as Sporting Clube de Goa have been running rings around them. As the referees walk back into their dressing room, the story from the Duler Stadium at halftime It is SESA Football Academy nil, Sporting Clube de Goa 1. We're back for the second half in what could be a very, very crucial match in SESA Football Academy's advent to stay up in the Goa Professional League. On the other hand, an equally important match for the likes of Sporting Clube de Goa. At the moment, they are headed up and up and up to the top of the Selvel Goa Professional League with the 2-point advantage over Selgaonkar Football Club. And as we head into the second half, a substitution has been made by Charles Adortais, the coach of SESA Football Academy. Stephen Colasso has come on in place of Sridhar. Just changing up a little down that right wing. SESA Football Academy. Stephen Colasso was a little bit more versatile and a little more physical than Sridhar. The referee just waiting for the right time to start, and it is time for Sporting Clube de Goa to start proceedings in the second half. A crucial second half for both the teams, but in very, very different prospects and ambitions. This is Myron Borges. Doesn't get the foul from the referee. The Sporting Clube de Goa win the throw on the right hand side with Myron Fernandez coming up, takes the throw in. This is Philip looking for his strike partner Marcus Mascarenhas, like they always do, searching for each other, Marcus Mascarenhas and Philip Adogwu. Gaurav has been stripped off the ball, and this is a good ball forward. That was a good opportunity, but couldn't get it under control. Shajam, the man there for SESA Football Academy, couldn't hold on to that ball from Risbon. Ozan Silva takes the goal kick. And the flick on from Marcus Mascarenhas, and then he looks up at the referee, who doesn't give a foul, but he does blow it now because Rohit Totad has been bundled over by Minesh. Rohit Totad has stayed on the ground, probably just had an impact on the back of his head. Sapam Singh marshalling his troops. He has been in good form, Sapam Singh, but his teammates have not really lived up to the expectation that we all expect from SESA Football Academy. In the meantime, the free kick from Myron Fernandez, and punched out again by Sapam. This is Dominic Roy. Puts it forward, but calmly dealt with by Kunal. This is Assumption. Assumption's long ball looking for Philip. Chested down by Suraj. Played to Kaitan, who's given it away. This is Myron Fernandez. Akash's ball has been given away. This is Alton. Holds up play, plays it back to Myron Fernandez, slightly short, which has made him clear that ball, but straight to Akash again. Dominic to Suraj. Suraj comes forward, takes the long kick, looking for Stephen Colasso, but again very calmly dealt with by Assumption. Alton. Beautiful ball to Marcus, who's laid it off to Myron. This is beautifully taken by Rohit. Look at that from Rohit. Rohit again slips this time as Myron comes forward and tries to take the ball and ends up fouling Rohit Totad. There we see just putting in his knee into Rohit's quadriceps. Another free kick for Sporting Clube de Goa. Myron Fernandez standing over the ball. 6 players in the box for Sporting Clube de Goa. And the ball comes in and there is the header! Kunal Kundaikar cannot get at the end of it. Sapam Singh smiling again. Look at this free kick from Myron Fernandez. The header, and then before Kunal could get that final touch which would have put the ball at the back of the net, Sapam Singh diving and coming to the rescue of SESA Football Academy again. This is Dominic Roy Suarez. Plays it back to Myron, who clears it long, and it has luckily fallen to Stephen Colasso, being shadowed by Kunal. Stephen in possession. Assumption marching forward. He's galloping forward. Assumption Raymond Suarez. And then that heavy touch allowed SESA Football Academy to gather control, but it has been given away again, and this is Philip Odogwu down the right hand side. Plays it back to Rohit, who plays it to Gautam. Gautam's through ball, Marcus cannot control that, and this is fallen to Stephen, who plays it back safely to Suraj. This is Kaiten Fernandez. Kaiten's ball looking for Shajam, but has been flagged offside, not for the first time. Shajam just straying a little earlier there. Alton Vaz to take this free kick for Sporting Clube de Goa. Alton's kick cleared off by Myron. This is Dominic. This is Akash. Akash plays it inside to Kaiten Fernandez, who tries to find Stephen Colasso first time. The assistant referee all smiles, and it is not much trouble when you have such an organized defense like Sporting Clube de Goa's at the moment. This is Marcus Mascarenhas. Marcus not happy there because he thought there was a handball certainly, and then Alton Vaz again comes out with his head. This is Shajam on the left hand side for SESA with a good cross in, which has put some kind of pressure on Ozan Silva, and then Stephen Colasso living on the edge, doesn't want to get into the book so early. This is Philip Odogwu in chase, and Sapam Singh has chested that out, and Marcus Mascarenhas was thinking of taking a shot because Sapam Singh was off his line, but this is Marcus again. Cannot go past Dominic, who clears the ball. This is going to be easily collected and played to Assumption by Ozan, but Ozan actually clears it out because I think there's a player who's down on the ground. Philip Odogwu is the man who's down on the ground. I think that punch from Sapam Singh has had an impact on his chest. If we can, we'll just see it on the replay once again what exactly happened. But I think Sapam Singh's punch on the ball just got Philippa Dogvu on the follow through. He should be fine though, Philippa Dogvu. A very sporting. There you see that replay, and there you see the knee catching Philippa Dogvu on the chest. How technology can help all the viewers today. There are replays, there are slow motion replays. High definition cameras in place all around the field in today's game. SESA Football Academy giving the ball back to Sporting. Ozan Silva will start proceedings again, right from the back for Sporting Clube de Goa. Suraj heading that long ball from Ozan Silva. Assumption taking the throw in, but well dealt with again by Akash. This is Assumption again, puts it up, looking for Marcus. Always right there, not letting the defenders have any breathing space at all. That man on the screen, Marcus Mascarenhas. Kunal does well there, but has fallen to Dominic. This is a chance, but again given away easily by Brisbane. This is Dominic, plays it to Suraj. I must admit that SESA Football Academy have been impressive thus far in the second half, in the opening 10 minutes or so, because we haven't seen much threat from Sporting Clube de Goa, not just in terms of goal scoring opportunities but also in terms of possession, because SESA Football Academy are trying to put some kind of pressure on the Flaming Orange. They're trying to press harder, they're running a little bit more, but still lacking that creativity up front which can get them that elusive goal at the moment. This is Dominic. Akash. Maran Borges trying to play in Stephen Colasso, and like always the story is that it has gone out for Sporting Club. Throw in, which is cleared off quite surprisingly. This is Dominic. Marcus in a very dangerous possession, he plays it wide. Rohit Totad cannot keep that in control. Look at that from SESA Football Academy. They're trying everything that they can in their power to keep the Sporting team in check. It looked like a long afternoon in store for SESA Football Academy, but apart from that goal from Marcus Mascarenhas, which you can call a little lucky, they haven't really threatened to score, and Sapam Singh has been fairly comfortable on goal. Likewise for their goalkeeper Ozan Silva, who's had hardly anything to do today. It just goes to show that when I was growing up playing football, Sir Alex Ferguson had put up a famous saying that, quoting the great man, he said that attacks can win you games, but defenses will win you championships. And that is exactly how Sporting Club de Goa look to be set up as, because they have been absolutely phenomenal at the back. In the meantime, there is a substitute for SESA Football Academy, as Shajam has been taken off on that left wing, and Fahiz Muhammad. Here's Fahiz. He has been brought on to the right hand side, but that was Stephen Colasso who's changed wings. My bad, I kind of lost that change of wings from Stephen Colasso and Fahiz. And look at this. This is Marcus Mascarenas, lays it off for Philip. This is a chance for Sachid Anand. And anger on the face of Marcus Mascarenas. He's a very demanding man, Marcus Mascarenas. He strips that ball off Myron Pereira, plays it to Philip Adogwu, and then the shot from Sachid Anand. Not very happy there, Marcus Mascarenas, but I don't think, when he looks back at that replay, I don't think that ball from him was very good either to Philip Adogwu, which allowed the SESA Football Academy players to run back and put that extra bit of pressure, which was enough for Sachid Anand to shoot it wide. But again, like we saw in that first half, that pressing football from Sporting Club de Goa always bearing fruit for them. Marcus Mascarenas and Philip Adogwu stripping the defenders of the ball, always putting them under immense pressure, drawing mistakes of the defenders. And in the meantime, it's Marcus who's on the ground, just holding on to his ribs. Don't think it's too serious. He should be good. At least Sporting Club de Goa will be hoping that. They have 3 big games coming up, Sporting Club de Goa. 3 games which would define their campaign in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. They have 3 big games against the likes of Salgaonkar Football Club. That will be a battle. Mostly it is going to be 1 versus 2, the way things are going. And then they have FC Goa and Tempo Sports Club, both the teams quite capable of beating Sporting Club de Goa, but they haven't been in the best of forms. Tempo and Sporting Club de Goa, they have been very inconsistent in this year's league. But when 2 big teams clash, it's not about what position you are on the table, because it is all about who plays better on that day. It's about nerves and who keeps their calm. But in the meantime, this is good football from SESA Football Academy. Myron Borges putting that ball into the box, winning a throw-in in the process. This is Myron. Akash. The cross comes in and headed out nicely by Alton. This is Marcus Mascarenas. Look at the work ethics of this man. Falls back into the midfield region to try and win the ball back for his team. SESA still in possession. Dominic plays it out wide to Akash. This is Akash. This is a good chance. This is a good run from Faiz Muhammad. That was an exciting bit of play from Faiz Mohammed, but did you see how that's a very bad header back from Suraj. Luckily for him, Sapam Singh comes out in time and clears the ball. Otherwise it could have been daylights for Sapam Singh and SESA Football Academy. Assumption to take this throw in. This is Assumption. His clearance falls to Myron Borges. Then Cayetan Fernandez has put this up for Stephen Colasso. But Ozan Silva comes out and protects the ball and has been shoulder barged off the field by Stephen Colasso. There you see that replay. No need for that from Stephen Colasso. The long ball from Ozan Silva. Has been headed out, and this is Minesh. Flicked on, and that would interest Myron Borges. This is Rohit Totad. Philip Adogwu had attention there from Minesh. Philip takes it to Marcus. Philip on the ball. That's a beautifully played ball to Marcus Mascarenhas, and it's crossed into the hands of Sapam Singh, who tries to release Faiz Mohammed up front, but it has been well dealt with again by Alton. This is Minesh for SESA Football Academy. Stephen Dominic puts it up, and then Myron Borges has been stripped off the ball. This is Marcus. Heads it to Rohit. Extended bit of possession for Sporting, and then tries to play it to Philip, but straight to Sapam Singh. Sporting have taken their foot off the pedal after scoring that first goal. Then you can see that they're not really pushing themselves to the limit they can put, but they may have to do that if the likes of Risbon had enough pace and could have gone ahead and in a one-on-one situation with Ozan Silva over there, but Kunal Kundaikar and Alton Vaz very strong in defense with a lot of pace. Very hard to trouble those two. But their real test does lie in the next few matches. But that's given away by Sapam Singh. Gaurav Kankonkar looking at the referee, looking for a foul, but a moment of madness there from Sapam Singh. This is Sachidanand, leaves it for Assumption, first time cross in, and this is Philip Adogwu, which has been deflected out for a corner kick. Looks up to the heavens, Philip. He's still not got onto the score sheet. Rohit Totad is coming off, and Girish Naik is the man coming on in place of Rohit. Has had a good game today, Rohit. The final ball just missing from him today, but like always, very niggling man down that right wing, Rohit Totad. Ball comes in from Assumption Suarez, not the best. And then Myron Borges giving it his all over there. Myron Borges ends up kicking Alton's leg, and which has also resulted in him writhing in pain on the ground. There you see that kick. And then look at him grimacing in pain. Like I was saying, Sporting Clube de Goa have 3 big matches coming for them. The next game against Salgaonkar Football Club in a blockbuster matchup at the Duler Stadium on the 21st of March. Then they play FC Goa, and then comes another big match against Tempo Sports Club. 3 big games which would really define the fortunes of this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. It would really decide not just who will be ahead in the championship race, but it would also determine if we would see any new teams apart from the big 4 that we already named in the top 4. Kalingut Association, Guardian Angel, Vasco Sports Club must be mentioned because Vasco is a big club, but can Vasco hold on to the good football that they have been playing? Vasco also have big matches coming up against the likes of Salgaonkar Football Club, Tempo Sports Club and FC Goa. They have been good so far, but that loss, that surprise loss against Panjim footballers, have dented their hopes of the title. And a further loss against any of those teams in the league will leave them with no hope of the title, because the likes of Sporting Clube de Goa here at the Duler Stadium playing right now, headed to the top of the table, and that is a chance which a shot came in, but Sapam Singh couldn't collect it first time but gathers it up eventually and rolls it. Like I was saying, because the likes of Sporting Clube de Goa and Salgaonkar do not look like they are going to have much hiccups. Salgaonkar and Sporting. We saw Salgaonkar being given a good fight by Youth Club of Manora in the last game, just winning 1-0, and Youth Club of Manora did have their own share of chances. Sporting Clube de Goa also just winning 1-0 over here. But having said that, I think they have a few gears left in them to go up. They can shift anytime. That's the quality of these two teams, Sporting Clube de Goa and Salgaonkar. If needed, they can really step it up when needed. This is Myron Borges for SESA Football Academy. Dominic Roy Suarez plays it to Faiz Mohammed, looking for that foul, but falls to Marcus Maskin. This is Philip Adogwu. Look at that skill from Philip to keep the ball with him. This is Gautam Dias's ball, but it's been deflected. Gautam Dias puts in a beautiful ball in again. This could be a chance. Eventually falls to Sachidanand. Assumption puts in another first time ball in, but Marcus cannot get that under control, and that's cleaned up by Dominic. This is Kaitan Fernandez. Kaitan Fernandez plays it to Myron Borges with some space on the right hand side. how disappointing is that? If you are a coach watching from outside, your player has acres of space, has hardly had any space against a team, and then when you have a chance, you cross it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. However, that has been the storyline for SESA Football Academy in the league. This is Girish Naik, plays it to Gaurav. Myron Fernandez to Gautam Dice. Gautam just shifting to the right wing, allowing Girish Naik to fill up that space in the middle of the park along with Gaurav Kankonkar. Akiraj Martins will come on in place of Philippa Dogvu. Philippa Dogvu not getting onto the score sheet today. The first match he hasn't scored since he has come onto the field for Sporting Clube de Goa. He had scored 2 in 2, but has had to stay without getting onto the score sheet. And again, Sapam Singh, he's almost like Spider-Man, flying around, punching the ball from one end to the other. Sapam Singh has really kept SESA Football Academy in the game. But like the last game, where he was absolutely sensational against Churchill Brothers, his team are losing 1-0 to Sporting Clube de Goa again as we head to the cooling break. Francisco Savio Vaz just instructing his players that this is not over yet. Football, like I say, is a funny game and anything can happen. SESA may not have threatened Ozin Silva at all today, but funny things have happened. And heading into the last quarter of the game, SESA Football Academy will still think that they are right here, they're right in the game, because one goal and they have taken off points of the defending champions and a team which has been almost unstoppable so far. That would definitely give them a lot of confidence, SESA Football Academy, especially also because Velsau logged in full 3 points yesterday in a dramatic encounter against Panjim footballers. That would put immense pressure on these boys from SESA Football Academy, because they're really looking down the barrel at the moment. It is now or never for SESA Football Academy. This is Sachidanand. Plays it to Assumption. Gaurav. Akiraj back to Gaurav. This is Girish Naik. Maran Fernandez. Akiraj Martins. Martins plays it to Gautam. Gautam's cross in has been deflected out for a corner kick. A good spell of possession again from Sporting Clube de Goa. They will look to see this game out. They will hope to not give a look into their goal for SESA Football Academy, and it has gone out for a goal kick. Suraj applying the pressure on Sachidanand. The two pillars of the defense there. Again Alton Vaz with the header. It is always Alton or Kunal Kundaikar. That's beautiful work from Akash. This is Myron Borges on the right hand side against Kunal. Slides it through. But again, brilliantly done. Look at that combination of Alton Vaz and Kunal Kundaikar. If there are any young players and coaches watching, if you have to set an example for your team in defending from centre backs, just take a look at how the likes of Alton Vaz and Kunal Kundaikar communicate and cover and coordinate with each other. They're always backing up each other, covering each other's spaces when they're leaving any space behind. Absolutely wonderful to watch from Alton and Kunal. Kunal being promoted from the development team, was playing for Panjim footballers last year, was the captain of Panjim footballers last year, but here he is impressing once again in the flaming orange colours. Minesh stripped off the ball. This is Faiz Mohammed. I must say, Faiz Mohammed has injected much needed excitement in that SESA Football Academy attack. He's looked a busy customer, he's looked an exciting player who's willing to take the players on, not afraid to take the likes of Alton, Assumption, Kunal and Myron Fernandez on. And there is Kunal Salgaonkar who's come on in place of Rizbin Fernandez. Kunal Salgaonkar scoring that goal against Dempo Sports Club. Is that a penalty? Because Marcus Mascarenhas has stayed on the ground. He had pulled the back right in time, but the referee didn't deem so. Here we see that again. Marcus Mascarenhas with that touch, slightly heavy. I think Suraj was looking on in hope that the referee won't blow the whistle for a penalty. His prayers were answered, but maybe that was a penalty kick. And very difficult to say from this angle though. Marcus Mascarenhas will look back at that and say, I have been robbed of a penalty, but Suraj will say differently, and we can argue all day about that. But as the corner came in, this is Myron Borges who's been set out on a counter attack, and he's run straight to the referee complaining of a handball. He looked for that ball, looking for Faiz Mohammed, I think. He had acres of space in front of him. He looks up and tries to play that ball in for, I think, Kunal Salgaonkar, but Kunal Kundaikar's hand comes in the way and the referee has blown the whistle for a free kick. It was quite accidental from Kunal Kundaikar. He didn't know. It was more of the ball hitting the hand than the hand hitting the ball. However, this is an opportunity. Kayetan Fernandez, can he deliver some quality into the box? As it comes in, and it tamely enough for SESA Football Academy, but it goes out for a goal kick for Rosin Silva. "82 minutes on the clock. It is still Sporting Clube de Goa 1, SESA Football Academy 0. This is Sachidanand. Keeps it in for Akiraj. Akiraj plays it back to Gaurav. This is Alton. Kunal holding on to the ball, he's given it away, and again space for Myron Borges. Goes cross, goes straight into the hands of the very safe Ozan Silva. We have seen a few mistakes in the last few minutes from the Sporting Club players, and just when they are under pressure, suddenly the attacking players are all running back at pace and covering up the spaces. They know how important these 3 points are for Sporting Club de Goa in the scheme of things of the Selvel Goa Professional League table. There you see again Faiz Mohammed trying to wriggle his way through. Myron Pereira heading the ball before Marcus Mascarenhas could get to that. Encouraging his teammates Myron to get on with the game. I'll try my best to hold my back and keep these Sporting players away from scoring. This is Marcus Mascarenhas again cleared off by Suraj. Dominic heads it to Myron Borges. This is Akash. Dominic again. Minesh. Myron Fernandez clears the ball now, sends it into the stands. A throw in for SESA Football Academy. This is Minesh. Kaitan to Minesh. This is Kaitan Fernandez again. Just catching Minesh. Okay, Raj Martins. And again the free kick in a very favourable position for Kaitan Fernandez. It will be up to him to deliver across and provide some quality in the box for the likes of Suraj, Kunal, Faiz, Minesh and Myron to get at the end of it. Now Myron Pereira joins the attack. Is this the moment when SESA Football Academy take the first points of Sporting Club de Goa? The header comes in. The volley from Kunal. Very well blocked by Marcus Mascarenhas, who's back there. This is Dominic to Kaitan. And this is a chance. Alton Vaz has missed that. Ozan Silva not too happy with his captain there. And Suraj, if he could get a good foot in over there, may have just about missing that ball completely, Suraj. But a few questions asked for the Sporting Club de Goa defence. This is not over yet. This is going to be an interesting 3 minutes of normal time and additional time to go. This has been an average performance from Sporting Club de Goa thus far. But like always, like how champions do, they've just sneaked in a goal in the 6th minute of this game, and they're still leading by that. Marcus Mascarenhas goal. Just hobbling towards the corner kick to take this corner. Myron Fernandez. Myron. We've seen what he's capable of from this kind of a position. Very well defended again by SESA Football Academy. They've grown in confidence in defence in the second half. They've not allowed Sporting Club de Goa much opportunity, and they have pressed and counter-pressed the defence of Sporting Club de Goa and have not allowed the likes of Alton and Kunal to play out from the back. Kunal Salgaonkar plays it back to Akash. And then Alton finally clears the ball. Marcus will disturb Suraj again. Suraj heads it to Akash. Given away, Akiraj Martins! I don't think that is a foul because he's just dived over as he lost the ball there. Akiraj Martins. The game continues and Myron Borges throws it to Kunal Salgaonkar, who keeps it in beautifully. Kunal Salgaonkar puts in a good cross in, and that is a goal by Myron! That is an own goal rather by Myron Fernandez! I've said this before. Football is a very, very funny game. Sporting Clube de Goa, who've looked absolutely non-penetrable at the back. But what do you do when the other team is not being able to score? Why not score a goal for them? Because that's exactly what Myron Fernandez has done, and he has hit the top corner with his header. Myron Fernandez. Ozan Silva, almost telling Ozan Silva, save that if you can. If you've not been busy whole day, take that. Wow, this is it for SESA Football Academy. That would do a world of good to their confidence as the assistant referee shows 6 minutes of additional time.
6 minutes.
Myron Fernandez, what have you done? 90 minutes played. Oh, we see SESA Football Academy players down on the ground cramping up. And why not? Because every second counts for them at the moment, because it is 1-1. And do they head to the top of the table? Because I've kept mentioning how important goal difference might be at the end of this league, and Salgaonkar Football Club will remain top of the league with a goal difference of 11 goals and none conceded. Sporting Clube de Goa are shell shocked right now. Everyone in the stadium is shell shocked right now. We can see the hands on the forehead for the Sporting Clube de Goa bench. Here is that man, Myron Fernandez, who's allowed a way back for SESA Football Academy into this match. Alton plays it up. Kayetan's deflection. This is Gaurav. Urgency from Sporting Clube de Goa. Cleared off anywhere will do right now for SESA Football Academy. And foul given by Kayetan Fernandez. This is a test of character right now for SESA Football Academy. Can they hold on? Can they hold on to the gift presented to them by Myron Fernandez? He will look to make amends, and boy, what must be going through his head? His reaction as the ball painfully hit the back of the net said it all. He was hoping and praying that some miracle would happen and that wouldn't go at the back of the net. Everyone back for SESA Football Academy at the moment. Myron plays it wide. This is Girish Naik's cross in, and a towering header. Gaurav Kankonkar over there rising above everyone, but not being able to keep that header down as this cross comes in from Girish Naik. Look at that, he should have hit the target. At least hit the target over there, Gaurav. Sapam Singh. Some reward for that man. Sapam Singh, who's been absolutely brilliant under the bar for SESA Football Academy. What a crucial point this might prove to be for SESA Football Academy, unless they can steal a winner here. Alton gives it away. Myron Borges, this is a dangerous one. Faiz Mohammed has been given offside. Sporting Club de Goa in a lot of hurry at the moment. They can literally take the ball, free kick from anywhere. Suddenly this game has come alive at the Duler Stadium. The whole stadium is buzzing. The two dugouts are buzzing. The spectators outside the stadium are buzzing, while one SESA Football Academy player has stayed on the ground. This is Gautam Dias, who puts the ball in, and again Sapam Singh confidently collects that and stays on the ground. Taking up a few more seconds, the SESA Football Academy players are giving it their all, rolling, throwing their bodies into everything that can stop Sporting Club de Goa from getting that winner. Myron has stayed on the ground. He has stayed on the ground for quite some time. He has had some attention from the physio throughout today's match. Sapam Singh gets up and that's very funny, because Sapam Singh, who was down on the ground, just his expressions caught on camera, telling Akash to tie that lace of his, but just slow it down, mate, because we need to save some seconds and avoid defeat, because we are getting a very crucial 1 point here against the defending champions and could have been leaders of the Selvel Goa Professional League. Emotions all around. Sapam Singh deserves a little bit of that credit and a little bit of less criticism, because he's been absolutely fantastic for SESA Football Academy. He's one of the main reasons why the scoreline is still 1-1. This is Kunal Salgaonkar. Look at this from SESA Football Academy. Look at that running. Suddenly there's an infusion of energy in that SESA Football Academy team. They are running at these Sporting Club de Goa team defense. Where was this energy all this while? Look at this pressing. They've got the ball back again. Faiz Mohammed. This is Stephen Colasso. Faiz wins the free kick again, and the claps and cheers from the bench. SESA Football Academy assistant coach Joao Rebelo did say that he's got experience in this team today, made 5 changes. Said that they are looking to give Sporting Club de Goa a run for their money, and boy, have they given the defending champions a real go here. And this time the other lace of Sapam Singh being tied by Myron Pereira. A heart goes out to Sapam Singh, who's been absolutely brilliant, even though I have been very critical of time wasting and faking injuries. And as the final whistle from Sunil Nanodkar comes in, we could see in the background the hands going on the forehead for the likes of Philip Adogwu and the Sporting bench. They have collapsed on the ground. The smile has vanished from Francisco Savio Vaz's face, because what was in their hands all these months They were winning one game after the other, although their unbeaten streak goes on. The win streak has come to an end, and Myron Fernandez is almost inconsolable over there. It happens to the best of them, and he stayed on the ground, Myron Fernandez. But congratulations to the SESA Football Academy team, as we see Kayetan Fernandez heading over to his former colleagues. All smiles, and what an afternoon of football it has been between Sporting Clube de Goa and SESA Football Academy. The headlines tomorrow from the papers will read that at the Duler Stadium at full time, the scoreline reads SESA Football Academy 1, Sporting Clube de Goa 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match interaction with me, Clinton D'Souza, here at the Duler Stadium. The race to climbing on top of the table for Sporting Clube de Goa has been kept on hold by Cesar Football Academy after they equalized at the 90th minute. And I have with me the coach of Sporting Clube de Goa. Coach, you were almost celebrating at the 89th minute, but 90th minute something went wrong. What went wrong over there?
See, we gifted the goal, boys played well, defended well also. They were only putting high balls, First mistake was by Kunal. It was easy tap for him to put the ball out, but he delayed. The opponent got the opportunity. And it was Myron's bad luck. He hit it out, but it went in the goal.
Alright, Right. He hit it out, but it went into the goal. What went wrong over there, you feel? Because the entire first half was, we saw Sporting Club de Goa was celebrating and they were playing their style of play, which Sporting Club de Goa is known for. But what happened in the second half?
The thing was, they were just, we were playing good, but in the end, when they were putting long balls, our boys just panicked, That confidence, if they had that confidence to keep the ball and rotate the ball, it would have been better. But they only put them under pressure so that they captured the pressure,
You said they captured the pressure. Something that you would like to rectify from this game for your next game?
Yeah, we'll go on the ground, we'll work on it. Whatever errors they have done, we have to rectify it. We have 7 more days or 8 more days for practice, and then we play against Salonga. So we have time now because it was back-to-back game. I didn't have much time, but they played good, Everything was good, but it's okay. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes the luck was not helping. Today, the luck was not helping us, So they had an opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. Wish you all the best. Well, that was the head coach of Sporting Club de Goa. I also have with me the captain of Sporting Club de Goa. There's Alton with me. Alton, we have seen that you had to share the points with with Cesar Football Academy when this win would have taken you to tabletop over there. So what do you feel about today's performance from your teammates?
Today I feel good, little happy, not that much, but Cesar Football Academy is also a good team. They are playing good game. Second half they are attacking more, and unfortunately we conceded 1 goal. So, but still we have a chance to come top of the table. Yeah.
Yeah, your next match you're going to clash against the table toppers over there, the Salgaonkar. So your race is also to go on top. So how do you take that match?
Yeah, we have to fight Salgaonkar. We have to beat them.
Thank you so much, Elton. Wish you all the best. Thank you. That was the side from Sporting Club de Goa. We'll go to the other side to see what Cesar has to say, because they spoiled Sporting Club de Goa's party at the 90th minute. What should I ask you? The excitement or what it is? If you could just come a little closer.
I would say it's a preparation for us. We thoroughly prepared the game well because we were playing the table topper, so we prepared well, and as we all know, we are on the table last, so it was a big challenge for our boys. I think what we planned, according to the system, according to the plan, the boys performed, and with due respect to the opponent, we capable to score the goal, and then we were there. At least we are sharing 1 point with them. It's a good sign for us.
Something positive that you will take back from this match?
I think the fighting spirit between the boys, we have seen, the individual capacity of the boys, also collectively. So we have even the 90th minute we were fighting. That is the positive what we are taking from today's match.
Thank you so much, Coach. Wish you all the best. Well, that was the assistant coach of Cesar Football Academy. Now I have with me the goal scorer for Cesar Football Academy, Suraj, out here. Suraj, how do you feel scoring your goal out there for Cesar Football Academy finally?
Yes, it's very interesting. Thank you for coach. But बहुत अच्छा लगा गोल करके, क्योंकि we need 1 point because we are bottom of table, but we need 1 point. Confidence, motivation. This 1 point is very important for us.
In the first half break out there, what was Charles saying to you boys? Because you guys really fought well in the second half. So what were the golden words that Charles gave you all in the break out there?
Coach said, go enjoy, play football, don't afraid anyone, but give your best 100%. That's it.
Right, my last question to you, will we see Suraj scoring for another clash out there?
Yeah, sure. I will give 100%.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that's all we have with the post-match interaction here at Duler Stadium. I will see you tomorrow for another big encounter between Garden Angels versus Churchill Brothers. The kickoff at 3:45.